I've been doing some thinking about like YouTube and content, streams and all of that, just in general. And I have done some, like reflection, and I have like an action plan kind of going forward. A few changes that are going to happen, pretty significant ones to be honest. But I think this will definitely be an improvement. Um, so some of you guys know I'm a Zoomer. By every sense of the word, I'm a Zoomer. I still go to school. I'm working currently on an international baccalaureate diploma, which is like a high school program, which is notorious for being pretty intense, especially during the second year. It's a 2-year program, and the second year is super intense. And then at the end of the second year, you have a bunch of tests that basically decide your entire, grade that you're going to get for those entire 2 years. And right now, I am in the second year. So it's pretty intense, and there's a lot of things to do, a lot of assignments, and yeah, a lot more than I had, during summer, for example. And, preparing for at least like 3 segments for a stream a week is a lot of effort. But that's not necessarily like, I guess, the issue there. Even though that's definitely part of it, because it causes stress. Obviously, you got a bunch of stuff to do all the time, segments you got to make. It feels like I'm not going to quit streaming. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm not going to. What was I going to say? But it also feels like I was like making content for the sake of content itself, right? So I was just trying to find, okay, like what's going on, what's something that's that's popular, that's relevant, that's topical, what's something I can just like talk about on stream for like 10-15 minutes and that I can make into a video, okay? um and that didn't really feel like like what I wanted to do, on YouTube and stuff like that. It also feels like that's not really super like kind of a really original thing. You have a bunch of YouTubers doing this, Voss, Vanderhall, and they do it really well. Also, when it comes to like viewer engagement, it's may not be like the best way, because like I said before, this has to do with originality as well. There are a bunch of people doing the same thing, so people are less likely to like share, hey, here is breadtuber number 67 talking about the Bill C-16 in Canada, stuff like that. So it's kind of less original, and therefore it's like the shareability of it and the impact of your work would be less. But the most important thing is, for me basically, is when I thought back, I'm like, okay, what am I the most proud of that I have done? What to me is the best thing that I have done on my YouTube and my streaming and stuff like that. And for me, unquestionably, it's my document that I made on systemic racism. That was by far the piece of work that I made that had the biggest impact, that took the most effort, that was the most personally satisfactory to me, and was yeah, what was one of the best things I did. The lecture I did a few weeks ago, that's something that I really liked and that I was, that was proud of, that I wanted to do. The little bit like sort of planned takedown of Angry Foreigner, that's something I really like. And then the debates are something I really liked. But you know, the things like going over like a TikTok or reacting to like a video, whatever. Uh, it's like, yeah, it's good. I like it, but it's not like wow. It's not something that I'm really 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 proud of. No, this does not mean that I'm just going to be making documents from now on. In fact, it will be, yeah, it would definitely not be that. So while a lot of people feel like they really like doing this sort of like reaction content, breaking news, stuff like this, that's a bit more surface level in like the depth that you might go into a topic. That's something that I just personally am not quite as interested in. Now, just because I'm not quite as interested in it does not mean it's unimportant. It is super super important to this type of content, because this is the largest way by which you change minds. Yeah, and that's basically something that's super important. It just, I don't feel like it's really for me. What I feel like is best for me is working on more like in-depth, planned, comprehensive videos or documents that on their own have a lot of merit and are influential, but also can educate and give people who do this sort of more like constant breaking news, content, things to know about and things to think about, new information, studies, things like that. That's very much what my systemic racism document is. I got a lot of emails from a lot of people who said that the document really helped them in their content and their understanding and doing what they want to do. Among them, Bosch, which is why I have any audience at all pretty much right now. It's definitely like the most influential, thing that I've done and what I personally find most interesting and most satisfactory. So now I'm finally going to get into what I want to do now for the future. Okay. I'm playing support, it's true. I want to work on a little bit more in-depth planned content of sorts, where I go into a topic. I might, have a script or whatever, and I record it, and then I upload it, and it's, well edited, well sourced, really good. I'm gonna work on documents, and then maybe make videos where I talk about the documents, and make it, that way, so to spread information. I'm also planning on making it so that instead of having like the segments from each different streams, which very much entails needing like to talk about 3 different topics, making a sort of maybe like 5-10 minute like sort of intense, not really intense, but condensed edit of what happens during a stream. And this can be something that you can watch both if you're interested in politics or if you're not, and it's just like like just plain old stream highlights. And for that, I will need an editor. So this is also a bit a bit of a seek for, or like what's it called, an open application here, for I need an editor that will be able to both make an edit of every one of my streams where it's condensed into 5 or 10 minutes to something that's like snappy, interesting, catches people's attention and draws people into my content and into my streams. And also maybe helps me with some editing on the prepared content. If you're interested in it, you can send me a message on Discord. The link to my Discord is in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. People who are in, a website chat, on the top there's a Discord server. Click there. You'll see I'm like the leader of the Discord server. Maybe I should go online so that I show up there. And you can just send me a message. And yeah, you can message me there, say that you're interested, and then we can talk about more details about exactly how it will work. So make sure to do that if you're interested in it, because that's going to be super important for the future, making these small stream edits that can get people interested in my content and that can be shared around because they may be funny or interesting and give like a surface level thing. Not surface, yeah, kind of like yeah, you know what I mean. For Patreon, what I'm thinking is that on Patreon I may put up more of the stream segments like cleanly cut. So that's basically going to be what you get if you subscribe to me on my Patreon, beyond the benefits I already have listed, like priorities on call-in streams, gaming streams, help with any political work you might be doing. Beyond that, you also get like easily accessible the segments of my stream in case I do, if I do end up having any, when I do end up having any. For everyone else, it's still going to be available. The streams are still going to be perfectly available. You're going to have the stream edits that link to the original VOD. There will probably be someone in the the comments of that video giving timestamps, so you'll be able to know when each segment starts. But that's going to be the Patreon video. So I'm going to make sure that Patreon people, you're not getting any exclusive content, because I don't really believe in locking certain types of content or information or stuff like that behind a paywall, given the values that I have. It seems fairly counterintuitive. But I'm going to make it more easily accessible for you, more intuitive and easier to basically absorb and to watch. To watch very easily. So that's going to be the Patreon content that you got going on there. Streams will stay the same, I believe. So there are no worries in that regard. I'm still going to do the streams, which means that, stream edits will be, twice a week, assuming I do stream twice a week. And then I was thinking, but now I am not thinking anymore. I have decided I'm going to move all my streaming to Twitch. I will no longer be multi-streaming to YouTube. So twitch.tv/roserist. Just search roserist on Twitch. It's going to be in the description of this video. That's where I'll be holding my streams, Sundays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. CET. Very cool. Twitch is where it'll be at. Or the website, roserist.com, works equally well. But yeah, I've decided I'm going to stream on Twitch. So no longer thinking about it, okay? It's decided. And here's why. About moving to and doing entirely streaming on Twitch in order to kind of consolidate a viewer base there, so that I can work my way up the on Twitch to make sure that I have as much of a presence as possible on Twitch, because on YouTube I will have my stream edits, I will have my prepared content, I will have my playlist, the stream VODs, all of that time generating people's interest to watching my things. But on Twitch, when I'm not streaming, there's not a lot there. So when I am on streaming on Twitch, I might want as many people as possible to go to Twitch, so that I rank higher on the on the sort of things there, so people actually watch my things more. However, there's been a bunch of stuff going on right now in Twitch when it comes to DMCAs and stuff like that. So I'm kind of figuring out, is that really the best idea? Yes, it is the best idea. Once again, to not confuse you guys, I will be moving to Twitch. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for as well. So when if I do make that change, I'll let you all know, and I'll be entirely on Twitch. This will not affect any of you on website chat. The website is already embedded into the Twitch stream is already embedded into the website, so it'll be fine. But for those of you on YouTube, you're gonna have to skedaddle over to Twitch or to website chat, and that will also allow people on website chat to be able to select settings for quality. I realize that this doesn't work with multi-streaming, because I heard people complaining about it, saying how they can't change the quality. But for a stream when I didn't do multi-stream because my internet connection was bad and I just did Twitch stream, people were able to do it. So not only will I consolidate more of my viewer base onto Twitch to make it, improve my presence there, but I will also improve the quality for the people who watch my content there, because they can select different quality options if they may not have the internet connection necessary to be able to watch like 1080p really smoothly. So yeah, that's the Twitch thing. And those are the major changes. So I've done some reflection, thought about what kind of content I want to do, what I'm the most proud of, and yeah, how I want to do content in the future. So I'm going to have planned in-depth content coming up. I'm trying to see how much time it takes so I can kind of develop a schedule. It's not quite there yet, but it will be fairly regular. Obviously, I'm looking for an editor that can help me edit, streams into a 5 or 10 minute short, compilation of the best moments of it. That no matter if you're like politically interested or if you just like stream highlights in general, you're able to watch and you can share around and attract people to my content. Segments that I have on my streams will be segments that I have on my streams will be uploaded to Patreon, so that if you're a Patreon subscriber, you get all of my content delivered to you on a silver platter. I don't want to give you anything that's inherently exclusive, because according to my values, I don't want to lock, parts of, I guess, the things I'm talking about, information I'm giving out behind a paywall. But you'll have everything given to you super easily. I'm thinking about moving over to Twitch to consolidate viewer base and to make the quality of streams better for my viewers, since they can select quality options now. And stream times are going to be the same, no major changes there. Will I be paying the editor? We'll talk about that. If I get messages and stuff like that, that'll be the details that we will finalize once people start contacting me. So that's where I am. That's what I've been thinking about. Now, for any person that may be in a similar position to me in regards to them doing content, I just have a few pieces of advice to you. If you're able and you're interested in doing the stream segment where you go over breaking news and a bit more like super mainstream content, like TikToks, YouTube videos, stuff like that, go for it. It's super important. I personally can't do it. I don't feel like I have the time, and it's not really what's the most interesting to me. But if you can do it, go for it. You should also be able to you want to think about what's a healthy, sustainable way for you to be able to do your content. Because if you're going super hard, making a lot of content and putting in a lot of time into it, that may make you burnt out. or may have negative impacts on other aspects of your life. And as we all know, the first step to being able to do effective political advocacy is to improve the quality of your life and your personal well-being. If you aren't doing the best you can for your personal well-being, then it's going to reflect in the quality of the content you put out. So you got to be able to step back and think about everything, on the whole, when it comes to, taking care of yourself and being an effective advocate. So that would kind of be my advice there. So, yep, that was the brief update. And once again, anyone who's interested in doing edits, message me. We can have a conversation. We'll work out the details. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching this if you're on YouTube chat. And for those of you who are watching my stream right now, roserist.com is the name of the website. Also on Twitch, Roserist. On YouTube, you're already on YouTube if you're watching this now. I'll get back to them right away. So thank you for watching once again.